Some people trace their ancestral origin from like Arochukwu, some trace from other parts of Igbo land. But the one we know here is that a lot of Igbo communities trace their ancestral home from Nre. And that Nre is the progenitor, that is our great thousands of years ago. And this Nre, according to legends, descended from the sky and lived in two places. This is one of them. Okay. That's what Barakan gave back to Enugu. Okay. And that the another son of that Nre, which is Opalan Riam, gave back to Nofia. Okay. Then if you want in Menri and Walan, gave back to Aguku. Then Agui gave back to Enugu Agede. Then the Akampese, which is a neighboring town to Aguku, their father is named Namoko. Namoko is the father of Akampese. So they has 5 sons and then 1 daughter. The daughter is the one that called Igbo. That Igbo they gave back to Okuzu, Ubulike, Nand, and Umulere. There's nothing like Alos in Igbo land. Alos is a language corruption. What the ancestors did was Alonso. The word Alos is language corruption. Just like what I told you before about Abada. Yes. What I told you about, certain things in Igbo land. The zinc is called Bam Bam. There's nothing like Bam Bam. You know what I'm trying to say? So things like a lot of things come from Igbo people. It's a language corruption. That's how people begin to call it like from there. Then it spreads. It becomes like the real thing. But originally that's not what it was called. There's no Alose no more that is they use human sacrifice. No, because our first Nuso in Enugu is to shed blood. Okay. The first Nuso of Enugu or Omori clan, we don't shed blood. We don't kill people.
Hello guys, we are in Enugu again, with we'll call him our mentor and a historian, he's a man who will tell you detail with facts. And history cannot be, you cannot tell history once. You have to go bit by bit. Today we are here to review another stage of what you people don't know, or maybe some of you know it. So with our elder brother, uncle, brother, and father, who know better than us. And then on a history home. About history home. Obi Ustaguna.
My name is Prince Itulu Diego Aguna. You are in Obuofon Palace. This is the residence of His Royal Majesty Igbo Staguna, Eze Enugu and Igbo More. The greatest traditional ruler ever lived in Igbo land. So today we are taking on another topic, which is to do with Alose. To explain to our people what Alose means, the origin of Alose, why it has that name. That the name Alose came from language corruption. The original name is Alonso. Alonso, not Alose. Alose came from language corruption. I will explain it in details when we start to visit some shrines in this town, Enugu, the head of Omore clan. That's where we are. Thank you.
So can you mention the shrines we are going to visit?
Okay, we are going to visit Ngukabia. Ngukabia is the ancestral home of Igbo people. Because Nri, by a progenitor, is most Igbos trace their origin from Nri kingdom. Enugu is the paternal head of Omore clan. And that Omore clan is made of Enugu, according by seniority, Nofia, Aguku, Enugu Agede, and Akampese. So these are the towns that made Omore clan. But Enugu is the paternal head. We are going to visit a place called Ngukabia. That Ngukabia is where our ancestor lived. And that is where the first son lived as well, which is Obalakan Okabia, the father of Enugu. And by tradition, anybody who's going to ascend the throne as a king in Omore clan in the olden days will come to that shrine because it's the Obu of our ancestors. Then the priest there will give them the offer, which is what I'm holding in my hand today. This is just a small one. But this offer will be given to that king by the priest of that shrine. That used to be happening. I think the last time it happened was when Akampese people, the next town to Aguku, when they made their choose a king named Peter Obumo. That was the last time I saw any group in Omore come here, because a lot of people are trying to distort history because they don't want the truth to be told. But Nri, that is where Nri lived, and everybody who's ascended the throne, Omore town, Enugu, Northia, Aguku, Enugu Agile, and their campuses. We'll come to that shrine, and the priest will issue them with this offer after doing some rituals and sacrifices. But today, some don't want to do it because they want to say, oh, I'm the superior one. But we have documents to back up everything we are saying. If there's need for it, I'll show documents that will shut everybody up. Wow. But Go is a place of history, archives that's second to none.
So this, which is even there is something that like this history is not only by saying that the facts, even the books or whatever that we use to back it off is there already. The evidence is there. It's choke. So we are now going to go to Arose Nderenine.
Yes, they're going to visit the ancestral home. Then after they're going to visit what you call Ajana. Ajana is the head of all the shrines in Enugu. In fact, the whole Igbo land used to come there. Wow. And that Ajana, after we use the what we call an Enugu, it's another shrine that hold this town together. Everybody like in this town knows where an Enugu is, because before Christianity came, this is where people go. That if you've done something and you want to prove your innocence or guilt, they go there and then you have to do certain rituals. If you're innocent, you go free. If not, they will kill you. That's our belief in Igbo tradition, Igbo cosmology.
This is an eye-opener. Just follow, watch, subscribe to our YouTube channel. In short, subscribe, support this movement. Support this movement. This is not more a joke. We are a force. We are on view. If I find out there, if I find out there, show you, look, I need to show you, so that you know where you are coming from and where you are going. Our generation is even doubting.
Yeah, the generation we live now is very unfortunate. Okay. The younger generation don't know and they don't want to know. It's scary, man. The level of ignorance among young Igbo people is alarming. And it's about time people look back and learn. Don't just sit there because you have a phone on your hand and start arguing over something you don't even have a clue about. Pay attention, listen, and learn. That's how you grow in knowledge.
So, let's not waste much of your time here. Let's go.
I'm Prince Itulu Diego Aguna. And then today we are talking on the topic of origin of Igbo people. Some people trace their ancestral origin from like Arochukwu. Some trace from other parts of Igbo land. But the one we know here is that a lot of Igbo communities trace their ancestral home from Ndre. And that Ndre is the progenitor. That is our great thousands of years ago. And this Ndre, according to legends, descended from the sky and lived in two places. This is one of them, Ngukabia, Ibulukabia. That is where Ndre had lived before. And the other place he lived was Bumoilei, which is at another village up there. This is in Ngulukabia, at Uruokwe village, Enugu. Okay. So what we are going there now is to explain to you where the man lived and what this place represents as we go. But I have to do the rituals to pay respect to the spirits here. I have Unzu and I have money. Okay. So if I don't have kola nut, I can put this money there and say, Indiche, this money is for kola nut. But Unzu is to pray, to show them that we came here with clean heart, which is what Unzu represents. So as we proceed now, this is Irummo. Irummo, as you can see now. I'll take off my shoes. Okay. Yeah? Take off my hat. Okay. Now I have the Unzu. As I call on the spirits here, I say, Ndichie, Vuka be Tuanzu, Vuka be Tuanzu, Zuare Jogivele. No ebelebe nwa nwoke turu de egwu agụ na ife abịa ọ ka anyị kọwala ụwa ife ijide ebe ife igosili n'ọnọdụ ị nọ ebe na mmụọ nọ ebe na ife gosili na ala Igbo. To translate it in English, I have the Nzu, which shows the purity of heart. Before you talk to the spirits in Igbo land, you must have Nzu. Okay. And then that is what I now break a little bit. That's how it's done. Then I have some money as well. Okay. I have some money as well, which is by our tradition. If you go to a shrine, you have to put some money down and say, look, the spirits, that money is for them. If you don't have kola, this represents it. And that's what it's all about. Anybody can pick this money now and use it, but the part that you're giving it to them is done. It belongs to them. So any individual can pass here now and take this money and use it. But spiritually, they've accepted it. That's how it is. Okay. So now, this is Ngukabia. Ngukabia is one of the ancestral home of Igbo people, because some people claim their origin from other parts of Igbo land. Okay. So now, this one, this Ngukabia, is where Nri lived. He lived at two places in this Enugu. Here and a place called Moile, which is in our Silly village.
Okay.
In the olden days, anybody in Omori clan, which comprised of Enugu by seniority, Norfia, Aguku, Enugu Agede, and Akampisi, anybody who's going to ascend the throne as a king, a traditional ruler, will come to this shrine, and the priest here, after doing some rituals and sacrifices with animals, the priest here will give them this offer, which is why I'm holding in my hand, just a small one.
Okay.
This offer is a tree that is caused by God. It's a cursed tree. And if you look on my right here, that is the offer tree you are looking at.
Okay, this is a
tree. That is the offer tree you are looking at.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you come here closer now and you look around, you can see them. It fall in cotyledons. That's offer. You see, pieces of it you can pick here, different sizes. Yeah, that's offer. See?
Yes.
So if you look at it now, it fall in cotyledons. It's not cut off.
It's not
it
cut
falls
off
on its own.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the offer you are looking at. So if you are around here now, you can pick as many as possible, different sizes. So that's what this place is. That this offer tree, the priest here will pick one from here. Sometimes they ask you to pick one, but he's going to cleanse the offer with three things. Also, alligator pepper, nzu, which I'm having in my hand, and akwu ogilisi. Ogilisi is a tree that we used to call the priest. That is ogilisi tree. That's a small one here now. If you are looking, it's ogilisi. No matter how small it is. So you have to get 4 of these leaves, put it on the ground, and use it with water to cleanse that offer. And then call the spirit here and say, look, this person is attending the throne as Eze. Enugu Ukwu, Norfia, Aguku, Enugu Agedo, Akampesi. Then that makes the kingship authentic. But these days, some people don't want to do it. Whatever it is. Some people will say it's fetish. But it's not, it's our tradition. That's how it is. The last time I know it happened here was when Akampesi had a king named Peter Obumo. That Peter Obumo, when the Akampesi people came here, the priest of this shrine then, Mr. Okafo Wiloji, from Uroko village, had passed on. He has died. So there has not been anybody appointed or chosen by the spirit to attend to this place. His younger brother, Anna Enenwosu, saw the people with the goats and the drinks. And he went to approach the Akamfi and said, look, I know how to appease the spirits here. I used to come with my brother, my late brother. For some reason, they succumbed and followed him. They came here and killed animals. The same night Anna Enenwosu came here, he went to sleep, he didn't wake up. Anna Enenwosu is from Uroko village. I can show you his house. He came here and performed that ritual because he has not been chosen by the spirit to issue that offer. And he did it. The spirit went in the night and took his life. He died. So this is in Wukabia. And this in Wukabia is, like I said, this is where our ancestors lived. Okay. And the first son, because you know by Igbo tradition, when a man dies, the immediate compound where the man lives belongs to the first son.
Yeah.
So Obarakan, the first Obarakan, which is the father of Enugu, lived here as well. So now, why is it called Obarakan Okabia? Okay. It's the name of the first son of Andre. So Ngulia means the compound. Yes. Ngulu Kabia.
Yes.
This is what is called Ngulu Kabia. Okay. It's not like an idol or anything. Okay. It's just an ancestral home where our progenitor have lived for thousands of years. Okay. That's what it's all about. Wow. So as you can see, the building here now is not the original building. Okay. The original building was of clay, but it's falling over in the years. So this one is erected just to represent it as the Obu. Okay. Obu Ngulu Kabia. Okay. That's where we are. So you could look at it. People come here to perform rituals. Okay. When they come here, they slaughter animals, they cook, and then everybody is invited. Nobody is restricted from eating anything from here. Once the animal is killed, anybody that passes by can come here and be part of the celebration. Okay. So this is not Alos, this is not an idol. It's just an ancestral home where Nre, the progenitor of Umore clan, lived. Okay. And then his son, Barakan, the father of Enugu, also lived here as well.
So, but right now, who is now the son? Like, you know, as time comes, somebody will go and another person will replace.
Yeah. You mean the son of who?
Like,
That thing gave back to Enugu. That
okay.
Barakan gave back to Enugu.
Okay.
And that the another son of that Henry, which is Opalan Riam, gave back to Northia.
Okay.
Then if you want in Mary and Walan, gave back to Aguku. Then Agui gave back to Enugu Agede. Then the Akampese, which is a neighboring town to Aguku, their father is named Namoko. Namoko is the father of Akampese. So they has 5 sons and then 1 daughter. The daughter is the one that called Igbo. That Igbo they go back to Okuzu, Ubulike, Nand, and Umuleri.
Wow.
Because some people have this misconception that Umuleri and Aguleri are brothers. No, they have nothing in common. So Umuleri is part of Umonre. That's why they're called Umu Igwedo. Igwedo is only daughter that Henry had. And she's the one that gave back to Okuzu, Nand, Ubulike, and Umuleri. That's why they are called Umu Igwedo. They originated from Umori as well. Amobia, we know Amobia town. Amobia originated from Enugu as well. Amobia migrated from Enugu. In fact, it was the Biafran war that destroyed what we call a Soba, which is their young ban of Amobia that in Enugu before. It was the war that destroyed it. Then Enugu Ezike, a town near Nsuka, originated from here. They migrated from Enugu to live where they are. Ogwashuku, which is correct pronunciation, not Ogwash, it's Ogwanshi. The dialect is in Nshi. Ogwanshi, Ogwanre. That's how Ogwashuku migrated for here. And so many other places, other towns, you know. But today, some people will say, oh, we have nothing to do with that because people want to distort history. Because everybody wants to feel superior to each other. But people like us always tell the truth. And why I'm holding the offer is that a man who's holding the offer will always speak the truth. Okay. As you can see, if you lie, offer is a cost tree, as you can see. God caused this tree because this tree and the land we are standing on were in presence of God. And what was the issue? Superiority. The land said, I was here first. The tree said, I was here first. And God said, okay, let me hear your side of the stories. So now, the tree said, look, see, it's a big tree, right?
Yeah, yes.
Big branches, God knows how many meters up there, you know?
Yeah.
And he's claiming, look, I'm superior to the land.
Yes.
So God said, okay, tell me, the tree said, look how big I am, branches everywhere, fruits, you know, and then I'm looking down the land. And God said, okay, the land, tell me your story. And the land said, God, you made me, and this seed of this tree fell on me. And I carried it, I nurtured it, everything from me was what, you know, even as we speak, the tree is standing on the land, and the tree said, I'm superior to the land. So God, in his own wisdom and judgment, find that the tree have lied and caused it. This is a cost tree. Offer is a cost tree. And the cause is that since the offer have lied, none of anything that come from offer is useless.
Okay.
Like you see now, it fell on cut dance. We don't use it for firewood. We don't cut this tree to cut planks out of it to use it for roofing houses. Okay. This offer have tree. When the season of the fruit comes, it falls and rotten. Nobody eats it. So now God said, if at any time, if you want to adjudicate over any matter, hold the offer, the one that is purified. If you lie, let the cost of the tree pass on to you. That's how offer represented Igbo land, Igbo cosmology. Offer is a cost tree. Once it's been cleansed with Inzu, alligator pepper 7, and Ogilisi leaf. Now the spirit is gone into it, purified. So if you hold that offer in your hand and lie, the cost of the offer will go into you. That's why people don't know how dangerous this is. Okay. It's not an ordinary tree. And maybe you see one here, might be see 2 or 3 in one town. It's very rare to come by. Yes. That's what this tree represents. Okay. Yeah. So from here now, we go to what we call Alos. There's nothing like Alos in Igbo land. Alos is a language corruption. What the ancestors did was Alonso. Alonso. Alonso means this is a place, if you break the rules of the land, then you'll be punished by the gods. Yeah. So what you have here now, you won't see because it's spirit. Okay. This is Ngene. Ngene. Alosi Ngenuruokwe. Alonso Ngenuruokwe. That's what you're looking at. The original is Alonso. Alonso, yes. Okay. This is Ngene, which is the male one. Yeah? Ngene is the male one because you have male and female. So this Alonso here is in Ngene Uruokwe village. Okay. You know, this thing has been here, even though it was on the other end. So we have to spiritually, you have to get the psychics and ask it and say, because he was matched with the female one, he was not happy. So the spirits are sending messages. He wants to be separated from the woman, the female one, which I'll show you.
Okay.
So he was moved. This is Ngenuropo. This is what you're looking at now.
This one is the male.
This is the male, Ngenuropo. That's what you're looking at spiritually. Okay. So people come here to kill animals. If something comes to you, you go to the psychic and they tell you that Ngene wants you to come and give it a goat or chicken or whatever, and to come and appease it. Depends on your faith. Depends on your faith. Some people don't believe in it. Yeah. Not everybody. Yeah. But those who are into tradition, we know what it's all about. And if you come here and you lie, or you do something and you come here, these spirits here will go after you, because this is what in the olden days, Alonso, human beings came before Alonso. Okay. Human beings came before Alos, whatever you call it, because it's humans that did this. Okay. This did not history. Yeah. It's human beings that did Alonso for one purpose. It is something that people will say it's like a deterrent. It's a deterrent for people that if you commit certain crime or offend the land or do something wrong, the spirit here will fight you, because there was no police then. Okay. There was no army, there was no court. Okay. Thousands of years. So this was done to something that put people in check. Yeah. So they say if you done something, the course here is like
law enforcement.
Yeah, it's a law enforcement. Wow. So it's a deterrent. So people know that if you do something, the gods, the spirits here will now, So the olden days, the elders that we came to come together and say, okay, they can pick some from every family and come here. The elders will come together and they say, okay, from today, this stone is here, this stone is here. They put the Ogilisi tree, which is what you are looking at. Yeah. This Ogilisi tree. One, yeah. So now they say this Ogilisi, because Ogilisi, this thing can live for 1,000 years, 2,000 years. Ogilisi doesn't die easily. So because of that, it's used for anything to do with spiritual. There's something spiritual about Ogilisi. If you want to appease the gods, you must get some leaves of Ogilisi and put it on the ground. Otherwise, if you call the spirit, they won't come. Just like cleansing the Ofo tree, you must get the Ogilisi, alligator pepper, and the Inzu. So now, when they do the Alonso, the elders will come together and say, here we are today, we are putting this spirit, they call on the spirits to come and settle here. This is your home, this is where you stay. And then they say to the spirit, this is what you do for us. If somebody stays in this community, kill them. If somebody rapes a woman, kill them. Okay. If somebody have lied against the neighbor, kill them. All those things are part of what they swore at least. Then it becomes powerful. So if you go against it, the spirits will come and will be affected one way or the other. That's but this one is the male one in Ghana.
So that's why the name is Alonso.
Alonso.
You try Nso.
Yeah. Nso is like the rules. Nso, it's like the 10 Commandments in the Bible. The 10 Commandments is Nso Chineke. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Nso Chineke. If you go against it, then by biblical, our Christianity belief, there's a repercussion, there's a punishment for that.
Yes.
So in Igbo cosmology, the Alonso represents that as well. If you go against the rules and what the people say is sacred, the spirits will fight you. Now this is Ogugu. Ogugu. Okay. In Uroko village. This Ogugu is the female. Is the female of the version of the Alonso. So this is, if you come here, this is the front. Okay. And this one has a priest that attends to it. It's not everybody that can come here and kill an animal. Okay. They have to ask the psychics and they choose names. Sometimes it's in one family for generations. Yes. Like the guy doing it now, say Uchenna Adino. Uchenna Adino is the one appeasing this one. And that Uchenna, his father was the one appeasing this. Yeah. So, but in Igbo, if Uchenna is somebody who doesn't have this faith and say, oh, I'm a Christian, what he will do is he can come here with elders and say, look, this Ogugu have chosen me to attend to it. But because of my spiritual belief, I cannot do it. I accept that I'll do it, but now I want to transfer that responsibility to somebody else. They kill some animal and then they will now appoint somebody else on his behalf. That person will now be appeasing the spirit while he faces his own fate. It's not a problem. But it has to be transferred from him to whoever that they choose.
Not by force.
It's not by force. If he chooses you and you want to do it, fine. If you don't want to do it, you can always say, okay, because of my religious belief, I want to transfer it. And you must come here to appease it. Yes. The shrine doesn't have problem with that. Once you accepted, but you want to transfer the responsibility to somebody else, that's how it is. And that person takes over and appeases it.
Okay. So is this shrine, is it still working?
Okay?
Like, is it still working?
This is working. Actually, this particular building, this building you see here, this small hut, it is me that paid for it. I erected this for the Wu myself.
So why?
Yeah, because it needs a place where when people come here to do sacrifice, so the rain will not fall on them. The spirits must have a home, a house.
But why is the mayor don't have a house?
We will do that one because this one was just transferred up there, and we are choosing a place just near where that table is. See where the table is? That's where we're going to erect one for them. Soon it will happen. Yeah?
Okay. So this Alos belong to
whole community, Uroko village.
Uroko village.
Every village in
own.
Enugu has Ogugu and Ngene. Because it's a village thing. Each village will do their own and say that's for the deterrent, that's for protection, that's for it's like
just like them having police station.
It's to put people in check. That's what it represents. So if you do something against the land, then this spirit is meant to go after you. That's what it's about. So this is Ogugu. Is the female one. This is the man that is, I just called their name, which I didn't know. He's the priest of this shrine now in this community. Like I said, he was in their family originally and eventually came back to him.
Wow.
So he's the one that anybody wants to appease the spirit will come here and meet him. He's the priest. He will tell you what to bring and he will pray for you. And what he says what, because he's an honest man. And they don't choose somebody as a priest if you are somebody who's somebody who will take bribe. You have to be an honest and pure person. So it's not an easy job. He has to live a clean life. Otherwise, even the spirit will go after him. So if you come here and do something, he'll tell you. If you offended the gods, if you come here, and he wash his hand off. That's what it's all about. So thank God he just appeared. This is which I didn't know. He's the priest of Europe.
Many people believe like every Arose or every Arose in the village was originally like they use human being to
do the sacrifice
from the beginning.
No. It's a lie. You see, anybody telling you that does not know history. And that's why it's easier for people to distort history out of ignorance. Most Alosi, nobody was killed as sacrifice. Why will you kill something when it's the job of the deity is to protect human? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, we don't. So if you look at even in the Bible, when God said to Isaac, right, use your son as a sacrifice, God didn't want it. It was just to test his faith. And when Abraham wanted to do that, and God said, no, you cannot shed blood for nothing, for me. So God is the head. Even him, when he prays here, the first thing he do with the Kolanot is to call God. So if God is who we represent on this earth, why should we kill somebody for something that to be appeased when we haven't killed somebody to appease God? You understand? Abraham wanted to kill his son, but God wanted to test his faith and say, okay, no, look there's a ram. Use it instead. That's what our ancestors have followed. Especially I know this in Reclam. I don't know about other places, but this is Reclam. There's no Alose no more that is they use human sacrifice. No. Because our first Nuso in Enugu is to shed blood. Okay. The first Nuso of Enugu or Reclam, we don't shed blood, we don't kill people. That's it. So how can we use people, a human blood? We don't kill. No, we don't. So that's why when we have this offer, what it represents is not an easy thing to hold. You know, it is only in this home. A lot of people now stay and say we have the offer. Offer originated from as far as traditional ruler kings holding it to adjudicate. You understand? Other areas might have what they hold, but in the people, offer is a symbol of authority. That's what they present in Henry. So that offer is something that is sacred, even though it's a costly. If you are not clean and hold it, it will kill you. So that's why when you adjudicate, you hold your offer. You have to be careful to make sure you are saying the truth. If you lie,
so the cost,
the cost will come to you.
Everything about you will be falling like
yeah, that's what it's all about. So there's no alose in this woman that they tell you somebody was killed to do rituals or to start. No, nothing like that. It doesn't exist here. That is the truth.